Hello everyone, my name is Man of Stage and welcome back to Sabbat of the Witch, Touko's Route. In the last episode, we claimed our reward from the Halloween party and chose to go out on a date with Touko to get to know her a little bit better and figure out exactly why it is that Shuuji can't seem to sense her feelings unlike everybody else's. Very strange. But now that we've had the date, where do we go from here? I'm sure they'll be getting closer soon enough. But now, back to whatever Kaido has to say.
ウィース
Alright, now we're on the same page. Morning, Kaido.
お、なんか明るいな。例のデートは成功したのか？
It did. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't romantic, but I had fun. And Togakushi-senpai did too. I think.
おお、そりゃ何より。で、楽しかった以外に収穫は？
I did, but I can't tell you. Yeah. Something massive.
何の話だ？
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Her cup size. As if I could tell him that. Anyway, I'm not gonna need your counseling me or anything.
おめでとう。初デートからそんな楽しいとか、めったにないことだぞ。よかったじゃないか。
I don't know, I feel like my first date with my wife was a lot of fun. It didn't involve going to a lingerie shop, but we had a good time. Really?
初デートが思った風にいかなくて別れたりするのも結構ザラにある話だからな。
Does it really count as a breakup if you've only gone on one date with them? I mean, it's one thing if you have an established relationship and it's your first date as a couple and it fails. But if you're going on a date with somebody that you're just getting to know, I don't really think that's a breakup. It's just like, okay, well, that was fun, let's not do this again. But people go out because they like each other. Why would one bad date make them break it off?
別に結婚してるわけでもないんだから、今時それぐらい気軽に付き合って気軽に別れるのも普通だろう。
Okay, now that part makes sense. Sounds a bit short-sighted.
そこら辺は個人によるけどな。おかけんってお悩み相談を受け付けてるんだから、その手の相談とかあるんじゃないの？
If they have, it's probably not been with me in the room. We get a lot of people asking us about love, but I don't think we've had the kind of person you're talking about. A guy who can get a girlfriend on the first date isn't going to come to us, is he?
確かにそうかも。女ってのは決断すると冷たいからな。
Really?
あくまで俺の経験上の話だけどな。
Maybe it's just you.
何にしろ楽しめたってことはそれなりに気があったんだろ。
Don't know, really. We were so busy that I didn't stop to think about it.
一緒に過ごして苦痛がないなら十分だよ。そういう相手は大切にした方がいいぞ。
If you can tolerate each other, that's a sign it's meant to be. I guess. What are you trying to say here?
さてさて、何のことやら。
Why are you speaking in riddles? You're not thinking anything strange, are you?
違うって。別にお前が心配してるようなことを考えてるわけじゃなくて。おかけんに入ってからいろいろと変わったからさ。
Oh yeah, no, we've covered that a lot.
まさかお前が誰かとデートに行くなんて想像もしてなかった。最近のお前、なんかいい雰囲気になってるぞ。
You care about me more than I would have thought.
そんな意外か？てか、驚くほどのことでもないだろう。普通友達なら心配になるだろう。
True.
あまりに自分たち以外に人間関係を築いてなさそうなやつは特に。
And that's how you know we're friends, because a real friend would add something like that to the end. That's how it is it? I do feel like I've become better at socializing, especially at school. I'm probably still not what you'd call normal, though. Kaido is far more worried about me than I realized. Huh. My chest kinda hurts.
ま、面倒見がいいかどうかはさておいて、相手が被ってない限り、友の恋の応援をするのは普通だと思うぞ。
Thanks, but it's not like I'm in love with Togakushi-senpai or anything. Yet.
じゃあお前、誰が好きなんだよ。
No one. What? No one right now. I mean, I don't even understand love, really. I don't know what it means to love.
はあ、少女漫画ですか、乙女ですか、箱入り娘ですか。
Kind of. Shut up. I can't help it. It's just how I feel.
お前を見てると本当に心配になるよ。
At least I don't have dead fish eyes anymore. What are you, my dad?
けどまあ、そう思ってるならいい機会じゃないか。魅力的な相手と距離が縮まった今こそ恋について考えてみれば。
Romance, huh?
うん。
Oh. Alright, well, I'll keep that.
それにしたってお前、恋とは何ぞやって。腹筋壊れる。
Ow. I'm right here, you know? That kinda hurts, and my cheeks are burning up.
あれ、二人ともこんなところで一体何を。っていうか、カイドウはなんで爆笑してるの？
Nothing, moving along.
それがさ、聞いてくれよ、若菜ちゃん。
Kick him now. What? No, don't you dare.
こんな面白いネタを独り占めするなんてもったいないじゃん。
Yes, we can.
二人で何をイチャイチャじゃれ合ってるのさ。君ら、もしかして、ニャンニャンする関係か。
Okay, her interpretation is my favorite. We are not.
ハモらせたりしちゃって仲いいね。
Well, technically no, but we will be in post-production.
全然違うし、俺が好きなのは女の人だし、現に今だって。あ、いや、なんでもないっす。
Oh no. You've already opened the lid to that Pandora's box. You can't shut it now.
なになに？現に今だって。その後はなんて続くわけ？
おっ
Oh,
と、チャイムだ。教室に入って真面目に授業を受けないと。
saved by the bell.
あーこら、カイドウってば、ちょっと待ちなってば。
Kaido flees into the classroom with Karya giving chase and grinning. Yes, I'll follow.
ああ、そうだ、星名。
Karya comes back out of the classroom.
今日も部活やってるよね。
I do. Yeah, I should. Want a consultation or something?
私じゃないんだけど、ちょっと話を聞いてほしい子がいるんだ。今日は時間ってある？
Oh, sweet. Yeah, we'll have plenty.
まあ、とりあえずその子を連れて行くけど、問題ないよね。
Yeah, I'll let Ayachi-san know.
よろしくね。
Also, we're in the same classroom. We probably could have just talked to her in the classroom.
カイドウ、さっきの話の続き。
Huh. Kaido's in love, is he? Huh. Who with, I wonder? Love, huh? Love Actually.
シーバさんはどんなシャンプーやトリートメントを使ってるの？
Old Spice.
私ですか？
Well, actually, I wonder if quote-unquote girly scents would trip off her ability too. I'm not entirely sure that's how it works.
シーバさんって綺麗な髪だから。そんな、私よりも戸隠先輩の方が綺麗じゃないですか。しっとりしててツヤもあって。私はもうちょっと軽い方がいいかなって思ってて、そのうち染めてみようかなって思ってるんだけど。もったいない。ダメですよ、そんなの。そうかな。そんな真剣に怒られるぐらいなら考え直すよ。
Tokakushi senpai, huh? She's cute and has a great figure. Just look at those soft, massive tits. It always comes back to that, doesn't it? She's kind and funny too, always finding a way to make me laugh, even if it's mainly with dirty jokes. And it goes without saying that she's popular. There aren't many people as charming and attractive as her. Her being in this club is all it takes to make it one of the most sought-out clubs in school.
けどまあ、そう思ってるならいい機会じゃないか。魅力的な相手と距離が縮まった今こそ恋について考えてみれば。
Maybe he was right. That's what Kaido said. I wonder if he's onto something.
星野くん、どうかした？
No, actually quite the opposite. Huh? Do you need something? Smooth.
戸隠先輩のことをじーっと見つめてたよ。
Okay, so I have this bad habit of every once in a while I'll just zone out, and when I do zone out, I just stare at a spot. And if there happens to be a person in that spot, it looks like I'm staring at that person, but I'm really not. I'm not even staring in general. My eyes are just glazed over and my mind is 1,000 miles away. So, I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but it's gotten me in trouble a few times. Was I? I didn't mean to. I was just kind of spacing out. You see, there you go.
本当に？なんだか難しそうな顔してたけど。
Homework?
何か私に言いたいこととかある？
No, there isn't. Sorry for the misunderstanding.
それなら、まあいいんだけど。でもさすがにすっかり落ち着きましたね。ネネ先輩をバンドに誘いに来る人たちも。そうですね。正直ほっとしています。これでオカケンの活動に集中できますし。そろそろまた誰か相談に来ますかね。あ、今日はカリアさんが誰かを紹介しに来るんですよね。
That's what she told me. I don't know why or when exactly she's coming, though. Ah, speak of the devil. As chance would have it, there's a knock on the door the moment I say that.
はい、鍵は開いていますよ。
Does this friend have a portrait?
ちわー、あやちさん、まだやってる？
Yes, she literally just asked you to come in. Karaya comes in, casually greeting us like some kind of dude bro.
どうぞ、おかけください。あ、いや、気持ちはありがたいけど、私はバイトがあるからすぐに退散させてもらうよ。その前に。ほら、中に入った。失礼します。
Oh no, not only does she not have a portrait, she doesn't even have a name. She's just student.
いらっしゃいませ。この子、ひごさんって言うんだけど、話を聞いてあげてくれないかな？
Okay, well, at least now she has a name.
はい、もちろん大丈夫です。よかった、安心したよ。ひごさんも、おかけんのことは信用していいから。
You see, I've lost my portrait, and without it, I don't have a sense of self anymore.
ありがとう、カリアさん。
Wait, she just got a name. Why is she still student?
じゃあ悪いけど私はこれで。バイバイ。はい。ありがとう、カリアさん。
She's still student. We all see her off, then turn to face Higo-san. Okay, come on. If you're gonna say her name in a line, you could at least update her title. Alright, never mind.
そこの席にどうぞ。座ってください。失礼します。
The girl glances around the room out of curiosity as she sits down. I feel a bitterness coming from the timid, anxious-looking student. It's like she's frowning internally. She must really be worried about something.
はい、お茶どうぞ。あ、ご丁寧にどうもありがとうございます。それで早速本題なんですが、悩み事というのは？はい。実は彼とのことで。
Is it about Kaido? That would be an interesting crossover.
恋人とのことか。やっぱり恋愛事には悩みが尽きないんだね。独り身にはこの部活ちょっと辛いです。
You had your chance.
まあまあ、独り身なのは部員全員だから。
She's worried about love. Maybe I'm jumping the gun by thinking this, but we might be in the same position. Maybe I'll learn something by listening to what she has to say.
このままだと私、彼と別れちゃいそうなんです。私はもちろん別れたくないんですが、彼のことを考えたら身を引いた方がいいのかもって。すみません。まだちょっと状況がつかみきれないので、もう少し詳しい話を順序立てて教えてもらえますか？はい。私
私、彼と付き合って半年ぐらいなんです。最初の頃はずっと二人で一緒にいて楽しかったんですけど、最近彼と全然一緒にいられなくて。
一緒にいられない理由については知ってるの？
彼、バスケ部に所属してるんです。しかも先輩方が引退する前からレギュラーで。
Is our basketball team really good or something?
強豪って言ってもいいのかな。地区予選はいつも通過してたはずだよ。学生会の報告書で見たことあるから。
Ah, I see that Shuuji is also someone who is not familiar with sports.
でも県大会では負けて全国には行ったことがなくて、確か今年の夏の大会も決勝リーグで負けちゃったって記憶してるけど。
Ooh.
そうなんです。夏の大会では特に惜しいところまで行って、私もいっぱい応援したんですが結局負けちゃって、私の応援が足りなかったのかなって言ったら、そんなことないよって彼が肩を抱いてくれたんです。彼、ポイントガードでとってもかっこよくて、相手を翻弄するところなんてすごいんですよ。
なんかのろけ話になってません？
No, but it does establish how much she likes him.
すみません。とにかく毎回惜しいところまで行くんですけど、勝ちきれなくて。
Never been able to go all the way, huh?
今は彼の代が中心となって絶対に全国に行くって、バスケ部全体がそんな雰囲気になって。それから練習三昧なんです。朝練をして放課後は遅くまで練習。土曜日も練習してるので日曜日には休養、もしくはさらに自主練をすることも多くて。
There is such a thing as overtraining.
会う時は大抵彼の部屋なんです。
彼の部屋、部屋デート。
There she is.
なんだか卑猥なこと考えてない？
100%.
何言ってるんですか？そんなわけないじゃないですか。失礼なこと言わないでください。自分は部屋でゆっくりするのも結構好きですけどね。でもいつも部屋の中で過ごすだけじゃ飽きちゃうよ。
Define too much.
そうだね。やっぱりたまには外で刺激を求めたくなっちゃうよね。
Touko, are you telling us to all go touch grass?
そういうものですか？ゲームとか本を読むだけでも結構満足できる気がしますけど。いや、デートとかしたことないから想像なんですけど。
In this timeline. Anyway, to summarize, you don't have as much time to spend with each other, and you're unhappy with the dates you do go on. Would that be fair to say?
でもないがしろにされてはないと思うんです。既読無視なんてないですし、できる限りのことはしてくれてると思います。
でも今まで一緒にいた分物足りないということですね。
Have you tried talking to him about this?
つい先日、昔みたいにたまには外でデートしたいって。そしたらなんか真面目な雰囲気になって、練習は大会が近づくほど忙しくなって、この先も私の望みに応えられないだろうから不満を感じているのなら、今のうちに別れた方がいいかもって。
それはとっても辛いね。
これってもしかして遠回しに別れてほしいって言われてるような気もして。どうなんでしょうか？
No, I don't think that's what he was saying at all. I think that he was saying that he just needs to spend a lot of time and focus devoted toward his basketball practice. And if that doesn't work for you, then you should break up with him. Although I could see how the other way would be interpreted.
いや、どうかな。その言葉だけではなんとも。その後は結局どうなったの？
一応仲直りはしました。でもなんだか距離ができちゃって。 れ以来不安がどんどん募ってきて、もう元には戻れないのかなって。
But that's kind of a thing. Relationships grow and change over time. The dynamics that you have when you first start dating somebody aren't going to be the dynamics that you have with them 6 months, a year, 6 years, so on and so forth down the line. That's the nature of things. But, I mean, when you're young, you don't understand that. I mean, I certainly didn't understand that when I was that age. Boy, I feel old when I talk like this.
私、彼の本心が知りたいんです。別れたいと思ってるなら、私は彼のためにどうしてあげるのが一番いいんでしょうか。
Okay, that you're gonna have to answer yourself.
それは難しい問題だね。そうだね。この場ですぐにアドバイスというわけにはいかないかな。
What if you invite him to also come to the OC, and you two come together, and you talk about your feelings on the matter, kind of like marriage counseling, and then you two can work it out, and we'll just be mediators. Probably asking too much, but I think it could work.
少し時間をいただけますか？相手の方にも確認したいので。
Oh, right. Would it be okay if we told your boyfriend how you're feeling, based on what you just told us?
それはわかりました。私も覚悟を決めます。よろしくお願いします。
さっきの相談受けたのはいいけど、どうやって解決させるの？
Good question.
そうですね。とにかく相手の本心を確認するのが最優先事項でしょうか。そうかもね。それがわからないことには同じことの繰り返しだもんね。じゃあ今からみんなで話を聞きに行きます？
No, we shouldn't gang up on the guy given the subject matter.
それにこっちは女子が4人もいるってなると責められてるように感じるかもしれないよね。そっか。じゃあここは同性である星野先輩にお任せします。
You are right, I am a guy. But I also don't know the other guy. Oh, well, that's fair. I'm the best option here. If we hear what Higo-san's boyfriend has to say, we'll get a better understanding of the situation. At the very least, we can try to resolve this in the way that hurts her the least. As long as he's not hiding anything, that is. Okay, but could I take someone with me? I'd like someone who could speak for Higo-san to be there too.
そうですね。必要なのは言葉を伝えるだけのメッセンジャーではなくコーディネーターですからね。やっぱり落ち着いてる人の方がいいよね。
It should be Touko.
感情的にならず相手に圧力も与えずとなると自分にはやや不向きでしょうか。感情的になっちゃうかも。
So what do you do when you go over to your house together?
私もそういうのはあんまり得意じゃないかな。テンパっちゃってうまく喋れない気がする。
You would get angry? Huh. So, Ayachi-san or Tokakushi-senpai then?
できれば先輩にお願いしたいんですが。私？相手のことを考えると年上の女性の方が打ち明けやすいのではないかと思いまして。
Makes sense.
ああ、それはあるかもしれませんね。年上の余裕というか優しい雰囲気があるからね、戸隠先輩には。そうかな。そんなに言われると照れちゃうね。
But not visibly.
でも私ってそういうことはあんまり得意じゃないよ。私だって得意じゃありません。ただ私と戸隠先輩でしたら先輩の方が話しやすいと思うんです。学生会長もされていたわけですから。会長の件はあんまり関係ないような気もするけど、そこまで言われちゃ断るわけにもいかないかな。
Great. Thanks, Tokakushi-senpai.
だって
And so Tokukushi-senpai and I head toward the gym where the basketball team is practicing.
なんて自信満々に言っちゃったけど、私本当にこういうの苦手なんだよね。
That's why we're tag teaming this. You aren't? But didn't you have to hear a lot of people out when you were president?
あの頃は結構苦労したよ。私なんてこの前初めて星野くんとデートをした程度の経験値だから、人付き合いや恋愛経験なんて押して知るべし。
I think really this comes down to more of a communication issue than an actual romance issue, but they're interrelated. Pretty sure that puts you a step ahead of everyone else in the OC, though. Ayachi-san and Shiba-san have been too busy being witches to have any time for romance. And Inaba-san's only just gotten used to being at the school. You're really not much different from Tokukushi-senpai. I'm happy that you're with me, at least. It's very reassuring.
星野くん、それってもしかして告白？
Not yet. Huh? No, that's not what I meant.
そんなに必死に否定されるとはちょっと残念。
Okay, hypothetically speaking, what if it was? You're teasing me again, aren't you?
星野くんは反応が素直で可愛いからね。ほら、すねないすねない。機嫌を直してバスケ部に向かおっか。
She just flips him over and carries him down to the basketball court.
まだ練習中みたいだね。休憩とかないのかな。じゃないと声をかけにくいね。
They want to reach the nationals so badly that they're putting practice before girls. We'll have to choose our moment carefully.
しばらく見学してよっか。
Yeah, they might take a break while we're waiting for them.
でも、もし休憩がなかったらどうしようか。
Alright, then we do this as the long game. I'll just have to join the basketball team, figure out how to become really good at basketball the same way I became moderately good at base, and see if I can cozy up to him. They have to. They'd seriously hurt themselves if they don't take any breaks at all. That being said, I don't know if they'll take a break long enough for us to step in. Just as I'm thinking that, one of the club members notices me and Tokukushi-senpai and comes jogging over to us.
戸隠先輩ですよね。学生会がバスケ部に何か用事ですか？
私はもう会長を引退した身だから、今日は学生会とは関係のない要件。
We want to talk to a guy called Shiba-kun. Could you call him over for us? Or is now a bad time?
芝は俺だけど。
Oh, convenient. We need to talk to you. I'm Hoshina from Class 2A. This conversation might take a while, so I'd like for us to go somewhere else if possible.
急に押しかけてごめんね。でも本当に大切な話だから。
わかりました。じゃああと5分待ってください。そしたら休憩になるんで。
10 minutes later. We're from the occult club.
オカルト研究部？そんな部活初めて聞いたな。
学院公認のちゃんとした部活だよ。部活の内容はお悩み相談みたいなことをしてるの。
Which is misleading from the title, but we won't get into why.
それでとある恋の悩みが奥研に持ち込まれてね。
I'm sure you know who we're talking about.
まゆこだろうな。
Oh, so that's her first name.
部活が忙しくて会えないことが寂しいとか、そういう相談をされたってこと？
Well, that's part of it. But you told her that she should break up with you if she was unhappy, didn't you? So now she's worried that you said that because you want to break up with her.
それは。
実際のところはどうなの？別れたいと思っていて、それを遠回しに伝えたつもりだった？
そんなことはないです。
That's what I figured.
じゃあどうしてそんなことを言ったの？
今年の夏、本当に惜しかったんです。2点差で全国に行けなかった。たった1ゴールの差。それが想像以上に悔しくて。だから冬、そして来年こそは全国に出たいって強く思って、他のメンバーも同じでみんな努力してる。 次こそ全国に行ける。あいつのことは本当に好きだけど、バスケも大切なんです。でも残りは1年しかない。だから今は練習を優先したいんです。マユコを優先して全国に行けなかったら後悔する。その時マユコを選ばなければって思っちゃいそうだから。
Fair, but what about the other way around? It's a catch-22. Sounds like you'd regret whichever choice you make.
本当に別れたくて言ってるわけじゃないんだ。悪い。そろそろ練習が再開されそうだから。
Boy, that was a short break. Oh, right. Thanks. Do you think we could borrow some more of your time if needed?
部活中は避けてもらえると助かる。
Okay, when are you not practicing? When you're sleeping?
相談しに来たことで彼女を怒ったりしないであげてね。
そんなことはしません。もともとの責任は俺にあるわけですから。
So Kikuchi-senpai and I let out a groan together after watching Shiba-kun disappear back into the gym.
思ったよりも真面目な子だったね。というかちょっと真面目すぎて融通が利かないのかも。だからあんなことを言っちゃったのかな。
I feel like it wasn't really that horrible, but it certainly wasn't the best way to phrase it. It didn't seem like he was hiding anything.
言いたいことはわかるんだよね。でもだからって話し合いもせずに別れようって言い出しちゃうのはどうなんだろう。星名くんは同じ男の子としてはどう思う？
Right. Well, he knows his time is limited, so he wants to put his club first, but he doesn't want his girlfriend to suffer as a result. I understand how he feels.
これも一つの優しさなのかな。女の子としてはそこは二人で頑張って乗り越えていきたいんだと思うんだけどね。お互い手を取り合って。
I think you were right on the money when you said his head was screwed on too tightly. There was no trace of that telltale taste of medicine during our conversation. He looked serious too. In fact, I could tell that he didn't make his decision lightly. I'm certain that he's still in love with Hiko-san.
困ったね。お互いが好きだからこそこういうすれ違いが起きちゃうなんて。やっぱり恋って難しい。
That seems to be the theme.
経験がないと自分の体験を生かしてっていうのはできないから。星野くんは何か参考になるような経験とか好きな人はいないの？
Not in this timeline. Me? Let's see. To be blunt, I've been avoiding all of that. Maybe when I was young, before I discovered my ability? I can't remember anything relevant, though. I don't have any memories worth bringing up here. It's kind of pathetic. Sorry, but I've got nothing. Mind if I cry for a bit?
本当に？恥ずかしがらなくてもお姉さん誰にも言わないし秘密は守るよ。ほれほれ正直に言ってみ。
But I am being honest. I'm not hiding anything. I'm just too much of a loner to have any experience. I have a lot to do at home. It's always been that way. Until recently, I used to put my home life before my school life.
家事？星野くんがするの？
Have I not told you already? It's only me and my dad at home. My dad works from early in the morning until late at night, sometimes even on weekends, so I have to do all the housework.
そうだったんだ。気軽に言っちゃってごめんね。
It's okay. You don't have to apologize.
私も一人暮らしをしてるからわかるけど、確かに忙しいもんね。手一杯になっちゃうこともあるよね。
And it never ends. Right. So I've never really focused on love or romance before.
そっか。今回みたいな場合は恋の何たるかが分かってないと解決は難しいのかも。
Yeah, this isn't the kind of thing you can understand by studying.
そうだよね。とにかく部室でみんなに報告しよっか。
Back to the club.
ただいま。おかえりなさい、 二人とも
Yo.
お疲れ様です。
Eh.
お疲れ様。それでどうでしたか、彼氏さんの方は。
それがね、ちょっと厄介なことになっちゃったかも。
Kinda feels like an understatement.
厄介と言いますと？
Recap time. We explained that Shiba-kun is definitely still in love with Higo-san. I appreciate the fact that it's just summarizing it and we're not actually rehashing everything. And since it's his last year, he wants to focus on basketball. We also mentioned how he didn't intend to sound like he wanted to break up with her. Everyone grows more and more concerned as our report progresses.
これはなんとも難しい話になりましたね。現状だと二人の仲を維持するためにはどちらかが我慢するしかないもんね。
I mean, that's part of it. Relationships are about compromise. But you've got to figure out how to try and balance it out. But it's not always going to be even. In fact, it rarely is.
そうなんだよね。お互いのことが好きだからこそ抱いてる不安だから、根本的に解決させるための方法ってなると、
ちょっと思いつきませんね。じゃあどうしようか。とりあえず少し時間をもらって各自で考えてみます？あ、でも肥後さん辛そうでしたね。
Right, but rushing into a solution isn't going to help.
時間をかけすぎるのも良くないとは思うんだけど、ちゃんと考えた方がいいとは思う。
そうですね。今日はひとまず解散して明日また話し合いましょうか。それまで各自で考えてみるということで。そうだね。
I don't think I'm going to be much help. Like, am I even capable of thinking of a decent idea? Maybe. Just throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. Maybe literally. I understand how both Shiba-kun and Higo-san feel. There's no mistaking that the two of them love each other.
Oi, 肉焦げるぞ。
Oh no, the meat! Oh crap. I lift the frying pan and turn the stove off. That was close. I almost burnt tonight's dinner.
考え事か。料理中は危険だぞ。
Hey, you know, you could talk to your dad about it. I bet he could help. Actually. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I dish the meat out onto plates and the rice into bowls. I then take our dinner over to the table, sit down, and put my hands together. Thanks for the food.
いただきます。で、何か難しい問題か？
Yeah. Dad, has anyone ever asked you what's more important, your work or me?
どうした？これまた妙な質問。はっ！まさか、お前にも彼女ができたのか？
No, not yet. No, this isn't about me. I'm talking about someone else. They came to ask me for help.
なんだ。他の人の話か。やっぱり孫の顔は見られそうにないよ、お母さん。
Okay, you need to settle down, sir. You don't need to tell mom stuff like that.
でも、あれだな。お前が人から相談をしてもらえるだけでも成長したかもな。このまま順調に成長してくれれば、いつか。
Well, it is true that just a couple of months ago, no one would have come to me to talk about their problems. Man, my youth really has been dull until now. Enough of that. Has it happened to you or not?
母さんには言われたことがないな。そういう人じゃなかったから。だが、それ以前になら言われたことがあったかな。
Yeah? How did you answer?
逆に聞くけど、無職の俺と仕事してる俺、どっちが好き？
Ooh.
って聞いてやった。
Okay, well, there's more to it than that, but good question. And then what happened?
相手に、そんなこと言ってないじゃんって意味不明な切れ方されて、すぐに別れることになった。今思い出しても意味がわからん。
Okay, yeah, no, you didn't stick the landing on that one. You broke up? That's it?
そんなめんどくさい質問いちいち相手にしてられるか。 そもそもそういうこと言う女とは反りが合わん。
Yeah, I don't know how I'd think about that. Sounds like it'd be a pain.
お前は好き嫌いを言う前に言ってもらえる相手を探せ。
That's harsh, man.
で、結局さっきの質問の意図は？
Well, the two of them love each other, but they're struggling to let each other know how they feel. I can't see a solution to the problem. Communication. Even if you love someone, you've got to work, right? But what are you meant to do so that your relationship doesn't fall apart?
はあ、別れるのはなしで？
Preferably.
とするとそうだな。そういう場合、いっそ仕事を休んで一日中一緒にいることも一つの手だな。
A day off, you say?
まさか職場に連れて行くわけにもいかん。となるとこっちが折れるしかないだろ。
That is true.
一時的にでもそうやって矛先を収めれば満足する場合もあるからな。とはいえまたぶり返すだろうがな。
Yeah, you're right.
どこかに勤める限り状況は変わらん。また同じことを言われるのなら別れて他に似合いの相手を見つけた方がいい。
Yeah. Shiba-kun was probably thinking along those lines. Their hobbies, personalities, and club activities don't match. It being better for your partner if you break up seems like a typical male way of thinking. It is.
人間、生きてりゃ大切なものなんて複数できる。恋人の他にも仕事や趣味、それが当然なんだ。だが中には自分以外に大切なものができることを許せない人もいる。そこら辺は話し合うだけ無駄だ。根本的にずれてるんだよ。
Isn't that a little extreme?
お前だって数少ない友達が他の友達と仲良くしてたら寂しいというか軽く嫉妬するだろ。恋愛とは無関係に。
Sure, I get lonely, but jealous?
こっちには唯一の友達でも向こうには無数の友達のうちの一人。仕方ないと思いつつも負の感情を抱いてしまう。普通のことだろ。
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
今の話も同じようなもんだ。そういうズレは話し合ったところで解決することじゃない。もっと根本的な問題だよ。
Yeah. But I doubt you're going to find anyone that perfect, are you?
たとえそういうズレがあっても許容し寄り添いたいと思う相手かどうか。一番重要なのはそこだ。
You know, you're pretty smart, Dad.
まあ子供を育てれば嫌でも成長するもんさ。あと会社では部下を育てる立場だしな。
Yeah, it does make a difference. There's just a lot of stuff that you learn through life experience.
と言ってもこれは社会に出てから経験したことだ。学生の場合はまた違った状況になるかもしれないが、
Mm-hmm.
とりあえず話し合えば解決すると思い込むのはやめておけ。根本的な状況を変えない限りその場しのぎにしかならない。
I understand what my dad's getting at. I get it, but do they really have to break up even though they love each other? Is there a way for them to stay together without either of them having to give anything up? I'm at a complete loss. There's that same card again. I haven't seen any variation yet.
それでは昨日の件について話し合いたいのですが。
The next day, Ayachi-san looks at us one by one as she brings up our agenda. I doubt any of us have come up with anything amazing in just one day, but it can't hurt to hear everyone's ideas. And so, we start our discussion over lunch, hoping that we'll get a spark of inspiration.
何か考えが浮かんだ人はいますか？はい。はい、稲葉さん。
We take their problem and we push it someplace else.
部活と私、どっちが大切なの？って問い詰める。
Okay, no, that's a problem. Are you trying to make things worse?
ダメですかね。
That's a horrible idea. Definitely. They'd break up for sure after that.
おかしいな。この前やった乙女ゲーだとこれで2人の関係が修復されてグッドエンディングに行けたのに。
No, that's not how this works. 2D and 3D are completely different.
じゃあ絶対にデートする日を設定するとか、月に何回とかでもいいから、やっぱりお互いに譲歩することが必要かなって。普段はバスケの練習に精を出すのはいいとして、それ以外の時間で大切にしてもらう。
Better?
これならバスケも恋人も諦めることにならないんじゃないかな。
確かにそうかもしれないけど、それ相手の負担になったりしないかな。
And wouldn't it be awkward for them to be forced on a date?
まあそうですよね。肥後さんがそのことを気にしちゃいますよね。
Yeah. Have your games and manga given you any other ideas, Inaba-san? Ones that don't involve a dramatic confrontation, preferably?
そうですね。問題はバスケ部の練習に時間を取られてるわけですから。
So we sabotage the basketball team. Inaba-san deliberates for a while in silence. This really is a difficult problem. The basketball team is the most important thing to Shiba-kun. He won't do anything that could hurt its chances at getting to the nationals. But what's the most important to Hiko-san is spending time with him. This is one of the fundamental problems my dad was talking about.
もういっそ肥後さんもバスケット部に入部しちゃうっていうのはどうかな。そしたら一緒にいられるでしょ。
I don't know about that because she'd have to focus on the team, and unless they're a co-ed team, they would be practicing at different times, I would think.
でも肥後さんは女子ですよ。そこはマネージャーとしてだよ。
Oh, well, yeah.
確かにマネージャーになれば一緒にいることはできますね。でもそれだとデートの件は解決しないよ。
そうなんだよね。
Actually, that might be a good idea.
先輩？
The fundamental problem here is that the two of them don't have anything in common that's important to them both. I, like most people, have gained several things that are important to me over the course of my life, but some people only have one thing. I decide to relay what my dad told me about just how big a problem that can be. Shiba-kun cares about both basketball and his girlfriend. So if Higo-san became his manager, she could help him get to the nationals. Then they'd be sharing a common purpose, a goal that they can work together toward. Don't you think Shiba-kun would be happy about that? Us men really are that simple. Though this comes at the risk of making his teammates jealous.
幸い肥後さんは芝くんのプレイする姿をかっこいいと言っていましたしね。
Right, but does she actually have interest in basketball beyond her boyfriend?
部の一員として応援して部員の努力を見てれば全国に行ってほしいって思うようになる可能性は十分あるね。
自分はいいんじゃないかと思いますよ。恋人がマネージャーで全国へ連れて行く。いいシチュエーションですよ。
本人たちが受け入れてくれるならそれが一番丸く収まる方法じゃないかな。
恋人が近くにいたら違う意味でお邪魔になっちゃうかもしれないけどね。主に足腰的な意味で。
Togakushi-senpai, a girl your age shouldn't be saying that stuff.
そんなこと言ってそんなに顔を赤くしてるってことは想像したんでしょ。いや、エッチ。
Stop. I'm not the only one with a red face. Just look at Inaba-san.
ここで自分に振りますか？というかそれを言うなら紬先輩だって。
私まで巻き込まないでよ。
Oh yeah, no, I completely believe that.
稲葉さんとシーバさんも実はむっつりなのかな？
After a while, yes.
むっつりじゃないですもん。そんなことないですもん。
そうですよ。それより今は2人の解決方法について他に 私も。わかりました。それでは芝くんの気持ちとともにバスケ部に入部という返答をしてみましょう。星名くんと戸隠先輩は芝くんと話をしてもらえますか？任せて。
Whatever you say, boss. After school,
というわけで、お前ら喜べ。今日からジョマネが我がバスケ部にも誕生したぞ。
肥後真由子です。バスケットは初心者ですが、一生懸命皆さんのサポートしますので、よろしくお願いします。
we went to see the two of them at lunch. We suggested that Higo-san become the manager so they could both aim for the nationals together. It really didn't take long. Higo-san decided to become the manager before the day was out. But at first,
けどマネージャーは楽な仕事じゃないし、あいつにそんな負担を強いるのは。
マネージャーなんてしたことない私がいたら邪魔になったりしませんか？
the two of them were hesitant, but in the end, they agreed to work hard together.
これで万事解決だね。
For the two of them, at least.
はい、これで全国を目指すやる気も倍増
するか。その子、お前の彼女だろ。
ずっけんな。やる気出るのはお前だけだ。
公私混同も甚だしい。
The team looks like it's about to collapse. Crap. We were so focused on the two of them, we failed to consider how the basketball team would react to their new manager. They've surrounded the two of them and are causing a commotion.
それぐらいは平気だと思うよ。それに二人がちゃんと頑張ってればすぐに誤解は解ける。
We should have told them that she wasn't becoming a manager just so they'd have more time to flirt.
そうそう、そのことは本人たちが一番よくわかってると思うよ。
私、皆さんが全国に行けるように真面目にマネージャーをするつもりです。ひとまずドリンク作ってボトルに入れておきました。テーピングやアイシングもこれから覚えていきますので、何卒よろしくお願いします。
Good on her.
ドリンク、女の子の手作りドリンク。
テーピング、アイシング。
肌の触れ合い。
She is already spoken for. Okay.
よろしくお願いします。
Well,
お前ら何考えてんの？変なことしたらぶっ飛ばすぞ。
they're that easy? Are these guys gonna be okay? Well, I guess they haven't had as much contact with girls as most people their age.
ほら、なんとかなりそうじゃない？
That's debatable. Now I feel like they'll break up for a completely different reason. For real though, I don't think I have to worry about that. Akagi, are you back? The two of them look really happy. I could feel the warmth of their happiness when they thanked us. We might be able to get some heart fragments out of this. I should go and talk to Ayachi-san about that.
あの二人、昨日までの雰囲気とは全然違うね。幸せそう。とってもいい笑顔。
Yeah, you're right.
やっぱり恋ってすごいんだね。ますます興味が湧いてきたよ。
It's an interesting way to phrase that. Is there anyone you're interested in, Senpai?
残念ながら、今まで生きてきた中で、そういう経験が本当に皆無なんだよ。恥ずかしながら。初心者って言ったけど、実は未経験者が一番正しいのかもしれないね。ああ、我ながらダメ人間だと思うよ。
But together, we're hopeless together. I wouldn't get that down about it.
だってもしかしたら私って人を好きになれない人間なのかもって不安。この年になって初恋もまだだなんてさ。
What are you talking about? You're at least 18 years old.
こんなに恋をしたいのに好きな人ができないなんて
Why do you sound like you're
もしかして
an old
私は
lady at this point? I mean,
枯れ
come
ちゃ
on.
ってるのかな。
I don't think that's true.
そう？
People like that typically have no interest in love at all. But you're at least interested in love, senpai, so I think you'll be okay.
そうだといいけど、実はおかけに入部したのも誰かの恋の悩みを手伝ったりしてたら少しは恋について学べるかなって思ったことも理由の一つなんだよね。
Huh. Okay. Well, my theory has some holes in it.
でも謎は深まるばっかり。やっぱりこういうことは自分で経験しなくちゃわからないんだろうな。
Senpai, maybe you're setting your ideals too high?
私って年収1000万以上の高学歴なイケメンじゃないと嫌とか言い出すタイプって思われてる？
No, you're just requesting that he be an astronaut, president, firefighter that also saves babies. I don't know. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I wasn't talking about your ideals for men, but your ideals for love. The woman and her boyfriend that you see in your dreams look really happy, right?
とっても幸せそうだよ。見てるだけで憧れちゃうぐらい。
Maybe you've seen so much of them that you now think that love has to instantly make you as happy as them? That might not be a conscious thought, but something niggling at the back of your mind.
そういうことがあっても不思議はないかも。
It's like if you base your relationship standards off of what you see in television shows, or VNs, for example. Not a good representation of life. I'm sure you'll meet the man for you one day, senpai. Someone who will be even better than your wildest love fantasies. Maybe even me. Your love batteries are still charging, is all.
充電中か。ありがとう。そう言ってもらえると少し気が楽になったかも。じゃあ星野くんも充電中？
I think mine might be dead cells. They certainly are. Though whether or not I'll be able to utilize the power I've been saving up is less than certain. My love batteries have the charge capabilities of the Baghdad battery. I smile weakly. Togakushi-senpai smiles right back. It's a normal smile, save for a tinge of sadness. Is that sadness? I'm not really sure. It's hard to tell without my power. I really have to stop relying on it so much. Is something the matter?
別に大したことじゃないよ。ただ私とは違うなーって。
And that is probably how we'll bond. Huh? You think?
そうだよ。今の考え方だけじゃなくて肥後さんの相談もそう。大切なものとか共有とか私は思いつかなかった。
You can thank my dad's insights.
マネージャーのことは適当に言っただけだもん。同じ恋愛初心者のはずなのに私と違うよね。
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I didn't do anything that great. I'm sure you could have come to the same conclusion if you had a bit longer to think about it.
きっと私には無理だった。私はつまんない人間だからね。
Au contraire. You're either being far too harsh on yourself or are way overestimating me here. Actually, I'm sorry. I've been misleading you.
どういうこと？
Well, you see, all that stuff about what's important to people, I said it like I thought of it all myself, but I was actually just repeating what my dad told me. I was too embarrassed to admit I discussed this with my dad. I really should have made that clear from the beginning. Regretting that, I tell the truth about it all in an attempt to make things right.
別にそんな恥ずかしがらなくてもみんなだって気にしないと思うよ。
I know I was overthinking it, but part of me also wanted to seem cool. I had to talk to my dad because I couldn't think of anything either, so I really haven't done anything special.
そっかそっか。ちょっと安心したかも。
It is?
安心。ほら、この前デートをした時 私と星野くんって似てるって言ったよね。
I remember thinking about how strange that seemed to me.
自分と同じだと思ってた相手が実はずっと先を歩いてたってなったらショックじゃない？だからちょっと焦っちゃったよ。
I'm beginning to develop a new hypothesis. I think actually part of the reason he's not sensing the feelings from her is maybe she's just very transparent about her feelings. She just says how she feels. So maybe it's the opposite of what I thought. I don't know. I'm sorry. It was all an act. We're similar after all.
似た者同士か。
She's plotting something. I'll be honest with you, senpai. Most days I think to myself about how nice it would be if I had a girlfriend. I still feel like there's a massive difference between me, someone who's desperate for a girlfriend, and senpai who could get a boyfriend at the snap of her fingers. To be honest, I would like to fall in love. I want a girlfriend.
ねえ星野くん、
Yes?
おかけんは人の相談に乗る部活だけど、これって同じ部員の相談にも乗ってくれるのかな？
Yeah, we've done that before in previous routes. Well, that sounds fine to me. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
それが年上の些細な悩みであっても？
It doesn't matter if your problems are frivolous or not, and it certainly doesn't matter if you're older or younger. We've never discriminated over who we help before, and we're not about to start now.
そっか。それなら星野くんに一つ相談があります。
Where are you going with this?
私と一緒に勉強しない？
Oh. Study with you? I mean, I don't mind, but our midterm's only just finished, so...
そういう勉強じゃなくって、私が言っているのは恋愛の勉強だよ。
Huh. Wait. Come again?
だから私と一緒に恋の勉強をしない？
Sounds like a line, but I'm in. Huh. Whoa! Foghorn noises. There's a different
サドバ
card.
ビッチ。
There we go. Finally some variation.
おはよう星名。
Hmm? Oh, good morning, Karia.
大きなあくびだね。何？寝不足？
No, I actually triggered a real yawn. There's just been a lot going on.
ふーん。あ、そうそう。肥後さんの件ありがとうね。
So has the basketball team collapsed yet, or are they still going? Hmm? Oh, we didn't do all that much. Just made a suggestion.
そんなことないって感謝してたよ彼女。おかけんを紹介した私にまでお礼の電話をしてきたんだから。
Neat. Well, it looks like those two still have their work cut out for them.
苦労っちゃ苦労なんだろうけど楽しそうにしてたしいいんじゃない？なんかね、バスケットする彼の姿がかっこいいし、そばで応援できることが嬉しいんだって。完全にのろけてた。
That tracks. Yeah? I'm glad it's working out.
なので肥後さんのことなら心配はいらないけど、それとは関係ない悩み事？
Yes. Yeah, it was.
ふーん。あれだ。もし私でも力になれることなら話は聞くよ。いろいろ借りもあることだしね。
Let's just save that for your rap. We don't think of it that way. Not at the OC. You don't owe us anything.
まあそうかもしんないけどさ。お世話になった私がそういうこと言い出しちゃおしまいでしょ。だから気にしないでいいよ。
Well, okay. It's probably not a bad idea to listen to some advice every now and then. What's with that face?
驚きの顔。まさか星名がそんなことを言い出すなんて今年一番の驚愕。
Not my adequate bass skills? Aren't you exaggerating?
だって今まではいっつも社交辞令でまた今度頼むとしか言わなかったんだよ。その星名がね。へえ。
That face.
星名も変わったもんだ。
Her saying that right to my face is kind of humiliating. It would be 10 times more embarrassing if I brought up that studying love stuff now.
で、今星名が抱えてることって何？
Maybe next time. I can't say it after all.
さっきまでと話が違う。
Nope, you pushed me too far. Goodbye. Look, I'll come and talk to you if I end up stumped, okay?
それ、社交辞令ではなく？
No, I'm not.
わかった。そういうことなら待ってる。
You're gonna be waiting a long time.
にしても本当にあの星名がね。
Would you stop grinning like that?
ごめんごめん。
I don't think you're sorry at all. The two of us head to school together. Studying love, huh?
ねえ、恋の勉強なんだから、
Wait,
その先にあるものを経験してこそ本当の勉強だと思わない？
I was about to say this is 100% a fantasy. 100% a fantasy.
だから私と実践してみない？それとも私とじゃ嫌かな？
What if she brings up something like that? What am I meant to do then? I don't think she'd be that coy about it.
なんで顔を赤くしてんの？
It's the wind. Huh? No reason. Come on, we gotta hurry.
わ、露骨に怪しい。
You're suspicious.
やっほー、星野くん。
Good morning, Togakushi-senpai.
それとカリアさんだったよね。ハロウィンパーティーでギターを弾いてた。おはよう。おはようございます。星野くん、ちょっといいかな？
Oh, yeah, of course.
じゃあ私は先に行ってるから、また教室でね。
Yeah, see ya. Kariya walks on ahead, not suspicious of me and Togakushi-senpai in the slightest. He probably thinks this has something to do with the OC. Togakushi-senpai and I aren't exactly on the same level, so there's no way Kariya would suspect anything here.
ごめんね、邪魔しちゃったかな。
Not yet. With me and Kariya? We were just walking to school together. Nothing to get in the way of.
そっかそっか。星野くんも私と同じで未経験者だもんね。ところで、昨日の件なんだけど。
Studying love?
そう。恋の勉強。
Studying love. If we say it enough times, maybe it will come to fruition. Saying that out loud is about as embarrassing as it gets. Senpai, we kind of stand out here.
そうだね。じゃあ、ちょっと場所を移動しよっか。
Standing out here makes us stand out here.
勉強って言ったから重く考えちゃうのかな。そんな大したことじゃなくて、一緒に恋愛映画を見たり漫画や小説を読んだりしようってこと。
Kind of feels like you're backpedaling.
ほら、入部したばっかりだけどおかけの相談ってやっぱり恋愛に関することも多いでしょ。
Yeah, they do.
そんなおかけのためにも恋愛について学ぶことはいいことだと思うの。
Well, yeah, I guess you have a point. But why ask for my help?
恋だよ。はっきりとした答えがないことも多いよね。そういう問題は一人で勉強してると偏っちゃいそうだから。
Yeah, look at what happened to Megaru.
やっぱりそこは異性と一緒の方がいいかなって。その相手を考えた時、星野くんが一番に頭に浮かんだんだよね。
Well, I am the only guy in the OC.
それにほら、恋の勉強って口にしてみると恥ずかしいじゃない？私自身結構照れながら言ってるんだよね。
And yet we keep saying it. Actually, yeah. I was just thinking that myself.
こんな恥ずかしいこと事情を知らない人には言えないよ。相手の受け取り方次第では
変な意味で誘ってるのかと思われちゃうかもしれない。
Yeah, you have a point. What I just said, that could create a huge misunderstanding. I say as the remaining glimmer of hope within me dies out. Goodbye, hope. I imagine a lot of people would get some wild ideas if Senpai came to them with the same proposal. Basically, what it means is, I'm the only one she can trust here. Huh. But if she's that comfortable with me, doesn't that mean she thinks nothing of me? No. If so, that's kind of upsetting.
それに本当のことを言うと私
Alright.
実は星野くんのことを最初に見た時から少し気になってたんだよね。
Well, we can just dispel those fears right now. Huh? Interested, you say?
デジャブっていうほどじゃないんだけど、どこかで会ったことがあるような安心感みたいなものを感じるの。
You've been having a prophetic dream. The couple is us. You think we've met before coming to this academy?
私の気のせいだとは思うんだけどね。なんでだろう。誰かに雰囲気が似てるのかな。まあとにかく勝手に親近感みたいなものを感じて、一人じゃ寂しいからつい誘っちゃったんだけど、やっぱり迷惑だった？
I didn't say that. Actually, I don't mind at all. Well, even if Senpai doesn't see me as a love interest, this does mean I'm the guy she feels closest to right now. That's certainly something to be happy about. Besides, she seems really worried by this love stuff. So sure, let's do this. I'm more than happy to help you out here.
本当？よかった、ありがとう。
Like you said, I'm just as inexperienced as you. Maybe this will be a good way to learn a thing or two. Take that date we went on before, for example. I was ridiculously nervous when the time came because I had never done anything like it before. There are a lot of things you will never understand without first-hand experience, but it's still not a bad idea to gather some knowledge. I don't really watch movies, and I've barely read any manga or novels either. So this could be a good experience for me. And since this is Senpai I'm doing this with, maybe I'll learn how to be more normal, how to interact with people like everyone else. That's what I want more than anything. As long as I won't be too much of a bother.
星野くんだからこそいいんだよ。そっかそっか、引き受けてもらえるんだ。よかった。
So, have you thought about what we'll actually be doing?
そうだね。週末、星野くんの家にお邪魔してもいい？
My house? Huh? My house?
ダメかな？
Remix? No, not really, but... I'm a guy, you know?
知ってるよ。
It's only me and my dad at home, and he'll be at work. You'll be coming alone to a guy's home. Are you sure about this? Aren't we skipping like a million steps here?
大丈夫って聞かれても、星野くん、それって無理やりわいせつな行為に及ぶつもりだっていう宣言なの？無駄に男らしいね。
What I should have said was nothing. What I did say was, you'd be surprised.
そういうことなら、さすがの私もドン引きで考え直すけど。
Huh? No, that's not what I meant. I'd never do anything so horrible. But if I don't say that up front, won't you think I'm plotting something?
そんなことないってば。というよりも、私は星野くんのことを信用してるから。
Oh, cool.
信用してなきゃお家に行きたいなんて言わないよ。私だってそこまで無防備じゃないからね。
Really? She's suggesting being at home alone with a guy, and she's not naive? Maybe I'm just being too self-conscious here?
おやおや、もしかして恋の勉強だからって恋の ABC を実践で勉強するかもとか思っちゃってる？いや、エッチ。
I did have some vague fantasy of pollination, yes. The birds and the bees. How old are you?
そういう割にはなんかいやらしい顔してる。若い男の子に期待させすぎちゃったかな。
You're 1 year older than me. Please stop saying stuff like that. I wasn't thinking about that at all. Right in this moment, maybe earlier.
本当は誘った私の部屋に招待するのがいいと思うんだけど、狭いんだよね。
Is it a studio?
それにテレビもなくて PC にも DVD ドライブだけそういうのがついてないから。
Neither does mine in this day and age. Senpai inviting me to her place? This conversation is too much for me. What do you do in your free time then, Senpai?
家事かな。あとは本を読んだり勉強したりネットしたり。一人暮らしでアルバイトもしてないから無駄遣いできないしね。あ、普通にあると思って聞かなかったんだけど、星野くんの家にはテレビとプレイヤーってあるかな。
We do, but they're pretty old.
見られれば十分。ということで週末 DVD 鑑賞のためにお邪魔してもいい？
That's fine by me.
本当？やったー、ありがとう。よろしくね、星野くん。
Yeah, same here.
さてさて、そうと決まれば週末に向けてどの映画を見るかいろいろ情報を仕入れてみるよ。
Right. I'll leave that up to you, Senpai.
ガッテン。
I need time to get ready too. Obviously, I need to clean and make sure the TV and DVD player work, but there are also a lot of things I need to make sure she won't stumble upon. Cough, cough. And so it is decided that Senpai and I will hold our own private study session. It sounds kind of lewd when I put it that way. Anyway, I've got a lot of work to do. First, cleaning and hiding. Let's not forget. Lots of hiding, apparently. I feel like that wasn't an issue before. Let's see. She might find them if I hid them here, but she might look at my bookshelf, so hiding them there instead might not work. I could hide them under my bed, but that's far too cliched. Why is it so hard to find a place to hide my porn? No guy wants his parents finding his stuff, so most hide it under their beds. There's got to be a better place than that, though. I'm the one who cleans everything around here, so my dad rarely enters my room. I haven't ever really had to worry about this much before. Damn it, where the hell should I hide this stuff? I have no idea what to do. Why don't you hide it in those bins on the top of your bookshelf? She's probably slightly shorter than you, so she probably wouldn't be able to reach her desk. Hiding, and I didn't get any sleep. Morning already? I finally settled on a hiding place, but it took most of the night. I'm so tired. I wish I could sleep in, but I can't, sadly. First, I have to make breakfast. Then after that, Senpai is coming over. I'm dead tired, but I might end up late when meeting Senpai if I go back to bed now. I'll wash my face and make some breakfast. Just get a shot of espresso.
どうした？なんか顔色が悪いぞ。病気を疑うほどじゃないが、疲れてないか？
You know me well, Father. I was up late hiding my personal items. Yeah. I was up late last night, doing stuff.
そういえば部屋で何かゴソゴソしてたな。
I was playing DDR.
あのな、父さん思うんだが、いくら興味があっても、あんまり激しいいじり方してると、いざ本番を迎えた時に感じにくくなる危険性があってたな。
You're half wrong? I wasn't jacking off, okay? Thanks for that, Dad. I was cleaning.
掃除を？あんなに夜遅くまで？
You know, when the urge strikes, sometimes you just gotta do it. Yeah, well, once I started, I didn't want to stop until I was done.
あるなあ、そういうことってあるよな。
Yeah, you lose momentum for 2 seconds and it's not happening.
やらなきゃいけない仕事が山積みの時とか、無性に掃除したくなることがあるわ。
Oh, that's right. You're dressed up, so I take it you're working today?
まあ、 ほら、父さんって優秀だから、部下に頼られる男だから。
You sure they're not just dumping all of their work on you? What about dinner?
ああ、多分9時頃には帰れる予定だから、なんか作っておいてもらえると助かる。
Sure. But, you know, you keep working weekends. Sounds like your work is running a sweatshop operation.
どうだろうな。ま、中小企業だから楽ではない。だが、やりがいはあるぞ。自分の企画で億単位の金が動くとかね。
I definitely understand that. I work at a small business, and it's a situation where I'm the only one in the company that really does what I do. So if I don't get the work done, it's not getting done. That's why it's so hard for me to take time off, and I end up working late a lot. Which is also why I don't have time to do as much of this.
あと、休日出勤も多いのは、父さんが頼られて掛け持ちのプロジェクトも多いからで、他の人はそうでもないんじゃないか。
Yeah, I'm not working weekends.
お前には苦労をかけて悪いとは思ってるんだぞ。すまんな。優秀すぎる父さんで。
Well, it's fine with me as long as you don't mind doing it. Your pompous attitude is annoying, though. Thanks to my dad being such a workaholic, I'm getting to have a private study session with Togakushi-senpai. It'd be awkward trying to spend the day with her if he was still home. No, I'm pretty sure he would just go into his room and be like, "Yep, nope, I'm staying out of your way, son. Good luck." I don't want to imagine the way he would embarrass me.
ごちそうさまでした。
Leave your dishes in the sink. I'll wash up.
おう、それじゃあ今日も頑張ってくるぜ。
Dad, stop skipping around like that. The people in the apartment below us will complain. He ignores me and skips all the way out the door. I admire the tenacity of that guy. Now then, I'll clean up the dining table, then do some vacuuming. I avoided using the vacuum cleaner last night because of how much noise it makes. Once that's done, I'll go and meet Senpai at the station. I have less time than I thought I would. Gotta do things fast, gotta go fast!
おーい。
Good morning, Senpai!
おはよう。今日はありがとうね。よろしくお願いします。
Me too, I'm really hoping to get a CG out of this. Yeah, same here. Togakushi-senpai arrives at the time rearranged. She trots over to me with her usual gentle smile.
それで予定通りにお家にお邪魔してもいいのかな？
Yeah, of course. But first, have you already had lunch?
まだ食べてないよ。星名くんは？
Me neither. What do you want to do? Go somewhere to eat first?
そうだね。星名くんが構わないならそうしよっか。見る映画についても少し話しておきたいしね。
Huh? You haven't picked them out yet?
一応候補を絞ってきたんだよ。でも今日一日で何本も見るわけにはいかないでしょ。体力的にも時間的にも。
True, that is surprisingly draining.
だからまずどの映画を見るか星名くんの意見も聞きたくて。あと DVD も借りに行かないと。まだ借りてないから。借りるところすぐそこにあったよね。
Yeah. Okay, we'll go there after. What shall we do for lunch then?
簡単に食べられる感じがいいかな。そんなにたくさんは食べられないしね。
Cool. Burgers sound good?
オッケー。じゃあ行こうか。
I wish I could decide on food that quickly. We proceed to eat lunch while discussing what movies to watch. It kind of feels like we're on another date, to be honest. A different one than before, though. Like a home date. Maybe this is part of Togakushi-senpai's plan? I mean...
お邪魔します。
Sorry it's so messy.
そんな謙遜しなくてもすごく綺麗に片付いてるよ。この掃除って星名くんがしてるんだよね。
Yeah, I do. Though it takes so long that I can only do it about once a week. And there's a bunch of things I kinda skip over.
わかるわかる。掃除って大変なんだよね。時間かかるし、気になる箇所があるとそれをきっちり片付けないと終われないし。
True. Yeah, it'd be a massive pain to do it every day.
でもちゃんとしてるよ。部屋の隅まで綺麗で 普段からやってるのがわかるもん。
That makes you a better cleaner than me. Thank you very much. Togakushi-senpai goes around, peering at just about every spot in the room.
ねえねえ、星野くんの部屋ってどこ？
Just behind that door there.
見せてもらってもいい？ほら、男の子の部屋を見るのも勉強の一環だから。
Sure, just don't look in my hiding spot. I mean, what? It is?
散らかってても気にしないよ。と言ってもこの様子ならその心配はなさそうだけど。
It's not too messy to show you or anything, but there's nothing special in there, you know? Okay, there is, but I made sure to hide all my porn while cleaning. I don't mind if you want to have a glance at it, though.
ありがとう星野くん。それじゃあ遠慮なく失礼します。
She just goes in there. It smells like you. I would hope so.
へえ、これが星野くんの部屋か。やっぱり綺麗に片付いてるね。
Please stop staring at everything.
そうは言ってもやっぱり気になるよ。初めて入る男の子の部屋だもん。リビングに怪しいところはなかったから。やっぱり本命は本棚か。それとも正面の棚かな。裏とかに貼り付けてそう。
Okay, so you are looking for the stash. What do you mean by that? What? How? I spent ages last night sticking that behind my desk, and yet she finds it instantly? Did she smell it? Is my stash emitting some kind of scent? That's certainly one way to put it.
怪しい反応だね。もしかして図星かな。
Okay, I think we've seen enough of my room. Let's go back out to the living room. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean?
エロ本の隠し場所。
What are you talking about? Why would you go straight to that? Are you not embarrassed?
お姉さんはそこまで子供じゃないよ。年頃の男の子がそういう本や映像を持ってるのが普通なことぐらい分かってるから。それにほら、女の子が男の子の部屋に行ったらエロ本探しゲームをするのがお約束でしょ。一冊20ポイント？
Alright, well, that's a new one for me. Don't expect any prizes from me, at least not yet.
見つけたお宝の中から一冊もらうとか。
No! What do you want one of those for?
興味はあるよ。そういう本って話には聞くけど、一体どんな内容なのかなって。
Stuff. Things.
裸なのか、ちょい脱ぎだったりするのか、下着は可愛い系かエロい系か、あとモデルの人の体型とか。気になることは尽きないよ。
You're approaching this very analytically.
とはいえ、さすがに私も買うのは気が引けちゃうから。
Puppy dog eyes.
今日はいい機会かもなーって期待してたんだけど。チラチラ。
I'm not showing you, no matter how dejected you look. Sorry, but I mean it. I'm putting my foot down.
つまりそれって持ってはいるってことだよね。
I activated her trap card. Well, yeah, I do. But I'm not showing you.
そんな恥ずかしがらなくても、お姉さん理解はあるつもりだから、多少のことでは引いたりしないよ。
Good, you have no idea how long it took me to hide those. I don't care how kind and understanding you are. I hate this.
そんなに嫌がるなんて。なんだか怪しい。もしかして大きな秘密を抱えてるとか？
No.
あ、まさかロリ。さすがのお姉さんも口ロリ系はちょっと引くかも。
No, we're not talking about this. Moving along. No, that's not it. I'm not into lollies. In fact,
むしろ熟女。
no. No, not them either. You're going from one extreme to the other. I prefer my girls to be on the jiggly side. Oh yeah, Jigglypuff really gets my rocks off. Oh god, I'm already I'm regretting saying that already. Just like Senpai, actually. Jiggly side. crap. Now I'm imagining it. Why does she have to be so sexy? I really shouldn't let this get to me. But in that outfit, I can totally see her cleavage.
やらしい目をしてる。エッチ。何を想像してるのかな？
Jigglypuff. I'm not imagining anything. Anyway, you're here for movies, not the rest of the stuff we've been discussing up to this point.
それはそうなんだけど。ま、仕方ないか。今日のところは我慢して。制限時間は30分で。
Wait, what? That's not happening. It's not
どう
happening.
しても
No matter what, you're here to study love, not that.
エロ本も恋の勉強だと思わない？
In a sense. This is going past love and straight into sadism. I'm not into that. Just check my collection that I won't let you view. Seriously, talking to this girl is bad for my heart. It's weird though. Despite saying that, I don't hate this. Wait, you just said you do hate this. Make up your mind. Well, that aside. Senpai, I don't think you should joke around about this stuff with guys. You might give them the wrong idea.
わかってる。こんなこと言える相手は星野くんだけだよ。
I'm special. Still, you shouldn't. I doubt she's actually thought about this before. Actually, there's a chance she's teasing me, fully aware of what she's doing.
まあ、こうして部屋を見せてもらえるだけでも十分ワクワクしてるしね。
She's gonna say, oh hey, can you pause the movie? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And then she's going to come back in here and look around to see what she can find. I think my room's pretty boring.
私が期待してたような面白みはないかもね。でも、がっかりとかはしてないよ。
Well, we know what you were expecting.
私ね、こうして友達の家にお邪魔するのは初めてだからワクワクしてる。あと、ここが普通のお家なんだなーって。
Hold on a second. We went over to Ayachi's apartment for the study session. Do you not consider her a friend, or are you just overthinking it? There are only a couple of guys living here, so I doubt you could call this a typical home.
それでも、一人暮らしの私の部屋に比べれば全然違うよ。なんかね、ぬくもりみたいなものを感じる。
Really?
うん、そういうものなんだよ。
Well, I do share the living room with my dad, so I guess it would seem different than a home with only one person.
ちなみに、この部屋にもテレビがあるけど、ここで見るの？お姉さんは別にこの部屋でもいいよ。
Do we have seating for this, and also a DVD player? Yeah, no, I'll have to object. I'll bet she'll take the first opportunity to try and find my stash. And this girl is far too naive for her own good.
残念。
I really don't think she is. She doesn't actually look disappointed. She's still smiling the same as always. Senpai, seriously. Innocence is a terrifying thing.
どうしてため息？
Nothing, never mind. The TV in the living room is bigger, so let's go watch it there.
そうだね。じゃあそうしよっか。
Oh, I'll get us some tea. Are you okay with black?
いいの？ありがとう。よろしくお願いします。
Togakushi Senpai smiles sweetly as we return to the living room and start the movie. You actually get a CG? Okay, I'm hitting play.
よろしくお願いします。
CG or chibi. Please. I sit down next to Togakushi Senpai and start watching the movie. Credits appear over the town the movie is set in for a while, followed by its title. Togakushi Senpai watches the movie with a smile on her face. I should focus on the movie too. I know I have to, but I find myself captivated by her. No, I can't. I gotta focus on the movie. There'll be a quiz afterwards. Movie. I fell asleep.
ここで今すぐキスして。じゃないと信じたりしない。
What did I fall asleep during?
今すぐキスってけど
This music. Huh? What's going on? I was watching a movie with Senpai, right? Oh, right, the movie. I fell asleep. Ugh. I must have accidentally fallen asleep. The movie is still going on, but it looks like it's reaching the climax, in more ways than one. Crap, I have no idea what happened in the middle. Maybe she's also asleep.
キスしちゃうよ。
だからさっきからしてって言ってるじゃない。
好きだよ。愛してる。
うるさい。私の方が好きに決まってるでしょ。バカ。
The camera zooms out as the two actors share a kiss. It fades to black there, and the credits roll. Oh, okay, it didn't go where I thought it was going.
終わった。さすが評判通り結構面白かったね。
Yeah, I agree. I totally watched the whole thing. Huh? Yeah, it sure was. You know I fell asleep, don't you? Senpai?
嘘つき。さっきまで寝てたでしょ。
I did, I'm sorry. So you noticed. I'm sorry.
気持ちよさそうな寝息だったからね。それに寝顔も。
That's kind of embarrassing.
そうかな。見てて飽きないぐらい可愛かったよ。星名くんの寝顔。
Uh-oh.
あと寝言もね。
What did I say? I spoke in my sleep? Did I say anything strange?
さあ、どうだろうね。
You're mocking me. Hey, senpai. Did I screw up? She's smiling, so I probably didn't say anything too gross, right?
でもよかった。映画面白くて見入っちゃったよ。恋に落ちるシーンは予想よりあっさりしてたけど、おおむね満足できたかな。
Well, it is a movie. They've got to make the ending be the most climactic bit. Plus, maybe that's just what real love is like. Meh.
おや、その心は？
I mean, when you're trying to compress it into, I don't know, an hour and a half to like 2.5 hours, you kind of have to rush it. For example, let's say you fell in love with someone but only realized it after a while. In reality, you wouldn't be able to pinpoint an exact cause. It just happens. I mean, if love was something you could analyze with reason alone, then you probably wouldn't be so interested in it, would you?
なるほど、そうなのかも。やるね、星名くん。まあ、それはそれとして、星名くんにお話があります。
Okay.
改めて確認するけど、さっき寝てたよね。
I'm really sorry about that.
それは今日私が行くって言ったから、掃除とかで面倒をかけちゃったんだよね。
No, it was from trying to hide my stash that you found almost immediately. Oh, well, I wouldn't call it trouble.
やっぱりそうなんだ。ごめんね、私のわがままで。だからそのお詫びも兼ねて何かお干渉したいと思ってるんだけど。
Huh? You're not mad at me?
怒ったりしてないよ。勉強する機会はこれからもあるんだから。むしろ申し訳なく思ってる。だから何かお詫びを。あ、そうだ。じゃあ今日の夕食は私が作ってあげるのはどう？
Ooh. Huh? You want to make dinner? Does that mean I get to eat Senpai's home cooking? Can she cook? Probably, she lives alone.
ダメかな。星野くんって他の人にキッチンに入られたりするの嫌いなタイプ？
No, I don't mind. It'd be an honor to enjoy your cooking. But I don't want you to feel obligated to repay me or anything.
あれ？もしかして心配してる？安心していいよ。自炊してるからこう見えても料理は得意なんだよ。
Makes sense. I'm not worried. I just don't want you to go out of your way for me.
全然星野くんに恩返しをできる方が私としては嬉しいかな。
Well, if you're going that far, I guess I can't refuse.
ありがとう。よーし、それじゃあ頑張って腕を振るっちゃうからね。ところで夕食の献立はもう決めてた？
No, not really. I was just thinking about cooking whatever we have left in the fridge.
そっか。じゃあちょっと冷蔵庫を見せてもらうね。嫌いなものや 使うと困るものはある？
No, not really.
ならどれでも使っていいってことだね。何が作れそうかな。
And so, Togakushi-senpai rummages through my kitchen, deciding what's for dinner. I always cook by myself, so this is a pretty nice change of pace, actually. Nice, I got my CG! Now I'm a happy camper. Togakushi-senpai hums to herself as she carefully adds seasoning to the pot. Seeing her work in the kitchen is strangely seductive. It always comes back to that. I haven't ever seen her in an apron before, and the nape of her neck is totally captivating. Senpai pours some of the soup stock from the pot into a small dish, which she takes a sip from.
こんなものかな。星野くん、味を見てもらえる？
You want me to?
だって食べるのは星野くんだもん。はい、これ熱いから気をつけてね。
Yeah, it is. She hands me the small dish, the very one she just had her lips against. If I drink from it, would that make it an indirect kiss? If you drink from the same spot, technically? Is this really okay? Doesn't she care that I'm about to drink from this? Or am I being too self-conscious again?
どうかした？あ、もしかして煮物好きじゃなかった？そうだよね。煮物ってなんかダサいよね。パスタとかの方が良かったかな。どうしても日持ちしやすいものを作ることが多くなっちゃって。
No, this is perfect because then Dad'll have something to eat too. No, that's not the problem. I love Japanese food. I make it all the time. Stew is the best! Yay!
本当？よかった。それじゃあお手柔らかに。
Okay then. I raise the dish, the one she just had her lips on, up to my mouth. Oh, this is great. It tastes so amazing that I immediately forget all about the indirect kiss. Senpai, this is incredible. And I'm not just saying that.
そう、そこまで喜んでもらえるととっても嬉しいね。
It's freaking awesome. Way better than anything I ever make. I only ever cook for me and my dad, so I usually just wing it in the kitchen. Flavor like this is probably out of reach unless you really master cooking.
じゃあ、このままもう少し煮込んじゃうね。
I can't wait.
煮込んでる間にあと小鉢系を2品ぐらい作りたいかな。やっぱり大きなキッチンだといろいろできていいね。
You're really good at cooking, senpai.
ふふん、だから得意だって言ったでしょ。
You did indeed. Yeah, but I didn't expect this. I underestimated her.
さあさあ、料理上手のお姉さんに何か作ってほしいものはあるかな？
Nope, I'll leave it all to you and your infinite cooking wisdom.
そう、それじゃ鶏皮をカリカリにして、あと大根もあるから。決めた。じゃあ頑張って作るね。
Is there anything I can help with?
気にしないで。これはお礼なんだから、星野くんはゆっくりしてていいよ。
I get to do the cleanup. If you insist. Senpai skillfully and swiftly slices the daikon radish. Now I'm really looking forward to this. There's something very calming about the way she cooks. She's just plain fun to watch.
何？
Oh, nothing. I was just a bit taken aback.
変なの。普通に料理してるだけだよ。
Maybe, but it's captivating. The sight of her in an apron is already good, but the fact that she's cooking for me has me ecstatic. There isn't a man alive who wouldn't be delighted. I'm filling up on happiness and might not have the room left to actually eat.
そう言ってくれるのは嬉しいけど、食べてくれないと困るよ。
It feels like eating it would be a waste. Would you mind if I took a photo?
撮るのは構わないけど、そんな大層なものを作ってるわけじゃないってば。それにこれぐらいなら機会があればいつでも作ってあげるよ。
Nice. Also, I'd like to take a picture of you and your apron if that's okay.
私なんて撮ってどうするの？もしかして 夕食のおかずと一緒に夜のおかずもついでにゲット。
I was thinking more of a late night snack, but wait, what? I'm not some creepy old man. And how can a girl your age think of a joke that dirty anyway?
へえ、でもそれじゃあ私なんかを取ってどうするの？
Posterity. Nothing really, just to commemorate the occasion. This is the first time anyone's ever cooked for me.
まあ写真を撮るぐらいなら別にいいんだけどね。何枚もパシャパシャされるとさすがに恥ずかしいかな。
I'll just take like 300. I'll only take one. Togakushi-senpai allows me to take a photo of both the food and her in an apron on my cell phone. These will make for a good memento. I'm definitely not using them for the reason she said. He thinks he doth protest too much. Thank you so much for today, Togakushi-senpai.
こちらこそありがとう。私のわがままで振り回しちゃってごめんね。
It's okay. I'm glad I did. I'm really looking forward to dinner.
星野くんの口に合うといいんだけど。
Oh, you're not staying? Don't worry. I've taste tested it, and I've never tasted anything so good before.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいね。ちょっと照れるけど。
Are you sure you don't want to stay and eat with us? It'd be more fun with you there.
材料は2人分しかなかったんだから気にせずお父さんと食べちゃって。
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I guess it would be awkward if I made my dad eat a frozen meal while we ate this. But seriously, you're so good at cooking. You could be a pro.
さすがにそれは言い過ぎだよ。別に専門の勉強をしたわけでもないんだから。
You look pretty used to it, though.
うちでは勉強と料理ぐらいしかすることがなかったからね。凝った料理を作ってるうちに自然とっていう感じかな。
All I know is fine dining, and breathing. You study at home as well, senpai?
そりゃするよ。むしろ私はそんなに頭が良くないからね。人一倍勉強してようやく今の成績を維持してる。
I don't believe that at all. That's a surprise. I always had the impression that she didn't need to study much.
私自分の時間ってどうやって過ごしたらいいのかわからなくて。一人暮らしを始めるまでは大勢の子と一緒に暮らしてたから。
Ah. Senpai did say that she didn't have parents. So she was probably raised in an orphanage of some kind, or foster home.
その頃はプライバシーとかあんまりなくてそれはそれで不満だったんだけど実際に自分の時間を持つようになると持て余しちゃって、結局勉強や料理ぐらいしかすることがなくてね。なんかつまらなくて退屈だって改めて気づいた。それってつまり私自身がつまらなくて退屈な中身のない人間ってことだから。
Nonsense. Senpai, aren't you being too harsh on yourself?
そうかな。でもね、私にしたいことや希望がないのも事実なんだよ。
I mean, given the circumstances, it's kind of understandable why you wouldn't have thought about it.
自分でもこのままじゃいけないと思っていろいろと努力はしたんだけどね。学生会に入ったのもそういう理由。でもね、友達と一緒にいても学生会で頑張っても物足りないままで。だからかな、そうやって時間が過ぎた分夢の中のあの人が浮かべる笑顔や恋をする幸せそうな姿に余計に興味というか憧れが。なんかごめんね、つまんない話を長々としちゃったね。星野くんが相手だと安心しちゃうというか気が緩むというかつい愚痴をこぼしちゃった。
Nah, you're good. Rant away. No, I don't mind listening to you vent at all. You might not exactly be relying on me, but I'm really honored that you feel comfortable opening up to me.
うん、ありがとう星野くん。
Now I can see why Senpai is so obsessed over the woman in her dreams. I've wanted to change myself, but into what? Senpai, meanwhile, has had the perfect role model all along. Actually, it's a little surprising to learn you worry about that kind of stuff.
普段からのほほんってして悩みなんてない能天気さんだと思ってた？
I wouldn't quite put it like that.
そこまで？おやおや？それじゃあ私のことをどういう人間だと思ってたのかな？
An eternal optimist? Well, I mainly just think that you're too naive for your own good. What with the way you'll come into a guy's home alone and talk dirty. It's good that you're sociable, but your naivete is a big issue.
そう？今後はもうちょっと考えた方がいいのかな？
I think you should. At this rate, I'm gonna have a bunch of guys misunderstanding and coming after me.
でも正直なところ、私みたいに退屈でつまんない女の子相手に魅力を感じたりしないと思うな。
What the hell? Do you realize how depressed every other girl in the school would get if they heard that?
じゃあ星野くんはこんな退屈な私にも魅力を感じたりする？
Huh? Oh, well, obviously I don't think you're boring, and, you're really cute too. Also, your cooking both looks and tastes amazing. That homey side of you is really charming. I'm so happy with that photo that I was thinking of making it my phone's lock screen. Wait, that's probably kind of creepy, isn't it? Sorry.
そんなことはないけど、ちょっと後悔。そこまで喜んでもらえて待ち受けにされちゃうなら、もっと可愛い料理を作ればよかったね。
No, it's wonderful the way it is. Besides, the most charming thing about you is what's inside you.
私なんて中身がない空っぽだよ。
Oh, that's nonsense. I'm telling you, you're wrong. I mean, you haven't given up yet, have you? Sure, you think you're boring right now, but you've been trying to change that. That's why you joined the student council, then the OC. You've been working so hard to find a new you, and you've been doing it all alone.
でも結局何も見つけられてないわけだし。
She still hasn't found what she's looking for. But you never quit. The way you're able to keep going in the face of all that is something I find incredibly charming. That's why I think you're such an attractive person. I trail off at the end of my sentence. Holy shit, I can't believe I just said that. That was so freaking cheesy. It was, wasn't it? Togakushi-senpai remains silent. Yep, I've really done it now. And to add to the problems, I'm blushing like an idiot. Clearly troubled, Togakushi-senpai manages to force a smile.
まさかそんな風に褒められるなんて。そういうこと言われたのは初めてで照れるな。どう答えればいいのかわからなくて、お姉さん困っちゃうよ。
Oh, I'm sorry.
どうして謝っちゃうの？ここで謝ったりしたら台無しだよ。
Then I am not sorry. I meant every single word. I'm probably doubling down on the wrong thing.
適当な嘘でおだてられたんじゃないかってさっきの言葉を疑っちゃう。
You gotta give her points for honesty. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. It's just... I'm not very used to saying things like that. Anyway, I wasn't lying or trying to flatter you. I really do think how hard you work is incredibly attractive.
ありがとう、星名くん。すごく嬉しいな。まさかそんな風に言ってもらえるとは思ってなかったから。どうしよう。本当に嬉しい。胸がジュンってしてきた。
There's a joke there. Pretty sure you meant tight.
こだわるね、星名くん。
It's an important difference. Doesn't she realize that not only is squishy wrong, but it also sounds like she's describing her breasts? It does. But it's hilarious.
もうここでいいよ。送ってくれてありがとう。
Don't mention it. Also, Senpai, don't worry about what you said. It hasn't changed my impression of you at all.
そう言ってもらえて安心した。
In fact, I think even better of you now that I know how dedicated you are. All I ever did was think about changing myself. It was joining the OC that actually enabled me to change. If I hadn't met Ayachi-san, I'd probably still just be thinking about it. That's why Senpai is so amazing to me.
照れるからやめてってば。そんな風に褒めるのは。それに、それを言うなら星名くんもだよ。この女たらしい。
Oh no, it came back. Sorry, what? You think I'm a playboy? Have you been talking to Tsumugi?
そうだよ。私のわがままに嫌な顔一つせず付き合ってくれたり、優しく受け入れてくれたり。
Is that the definition?
そんなことをさらりとしてたら、星名くんこそ女の子を勘違いさせちゃうよ。お姉さんとしては星名くんの今後が心配になっちゃう。天然タラス系になるんじゃないかって。
Alright. A natural playboy? I wish I could get the ladies to like me that much. There's not a girl alive who'd get the wrong idea from what I'm doing. No way. How could they? I'm a guy who's too kind for his own good, unable to ever say no. I've never had a girlfriend, let alone someone say they love me. If there's a girl who'd get the wrong idea from that, then they would have asked me out already. Not one girl. Huh? What's going on? The corners of my eyes are burning, and my vision's blurring.
そんなことないと思うけどな。だって現にただいま絶賛勘違い中の女の子が一人いるもん。
I also misread that laugh as I thought it was self-deprecating, but it was actually borderline bursting into tears. Come again? Senpai, does that mean, like, huh? Wait, what?
さて、どういう意味だろうね。
42?
もう電車が来る時間だから。それじゃあバイバイ、星名くん。
No, don't leave me hanging. Huh? Hey, Senpai!
また週明けに学院で。今日は本当にありがとうね。
Hey, Senpai! Senpai! What are we gonna do with all of that? Where are you going, Senpai? You left me hanging! Oh, here it goes! She ignores my pleas and enters the station. For some reason, it seemed like she was walking faster than normal. What did she mean by that? Wait, she was probably teasing me again, right? It does seem like something she'd do. That would make sense, but... Huh? I feel kinda hot. It's an early winter evening, so why do I feel so warm? And why is my heart pounding so painfully bad? Crap, this is bad. It's like I've suddenly come down with a fever, a really bad one, and the only cure is more Touko.
たんだいまー
Oh, welcome back. Ready for dinner? I'll warm it up for you.
よろしく頼む。今日はなんだ
Stew.
おー、煮物か。煮物は母さんの得意料理でな。
He's gonna figure
懐
it
か
out.
しい。またあのうまい煮物を食べたいな。
He's gonna have one taste and go, you didn't make this. I doubt it's as good as Mom's, but today's stew should taste pretty good.
そうなのかどれどれ、試しに味見を。ああ。この煮物。
Good, right?
なあ、うまいことはうまいんだが。これ、お前が作ったんじゃないよな。味が違う。
I can taste the love. That's not like you. Well, one thing led to another, and a friend of mine ended up making this.
お前の知り合いが本当か
Yes, really. I do have friends, you know. I keep telling you this.
ああ、いやいや、そうじゃなくて。いや、そのことも驚きだが、それよりも。
What do you mean? Spit it out. You're acting weird.
この煮物の味な。
I knew it.
よく似てる。母さんの味に似てるんだ。もう10年以上前だから、記憶にも補正がかかってるのかもしれないが。
Mm-hmm.
本当に似てる。
Really? It tastes like Mom's stew? Unfortunately, I don't remember the taste of my mom's cooking at all. So Tokakushi-senpai made something that tastes just like her food? What a weird coincidence.
いいなあ。 この味を作れるなんてきっといい子なんだろうな。というか女の子だよな。
Maybe. Why do you think that?
味付けがかなり丁寧で優しいというかデリケートだ。だが効率を重視したからか彩りのバランスが悪い。
Wow, you're really good at this.
こういうのはな、女性が作る料理によく見られる傾向なんだ。
What, was my dad a gourmet critic in a past life or something?
なあ、父さん、この際再婚を考えてみてもいいか？
Think about it all you want, but leave my friends out of it. You try anything funny with this girl and I'll knock your lights out, even if you are my dad.
息子が怖い。そんなに本気にするなよ。冗談だってばよ。にしても、この味は本当に懐かしいな。
It's like the scene with the ratatouille. Dad happily eats another spoonful out of the pot. Why don't you go and get changed? I can set the table for you.
おう、そうだな。それじゃあよろしく頼む。久々の煮物だ。楽しみだね。
What have I been making? Dad, I told you to stop skipping around in here. So this is what Mom's cooking tasted like, huh? The taste of food can change quite a lot depending on who cooks it. This is one hell of a coincidence. Wow, I can't believe Senpai made us this. I do just as much housework as she does, so this is a bit annoying, really. But there's no use in me trying to compete with her. I'm just glad that I got to see her homie side. Senpai in her apron. Man, it sure is hard knowing someone that sexy. And it's not just how she looked while cooking that's the problem. It's how she smelled and all the other things that I'm remembering. Never doubt the powers of a young man's imagination. I should bring those mags and DVDs out of their hiding place. Okay, well, we were doing so well.
やっと落ち着いた。
Oh no, 2 CGs, I should have ended the episode sooner. I ate dinner, had a bath, and did everything else I needed to do. Now I can just relax. But my heart hasn't settled down all evening.
私、変なことを言っちゃったかも。
Nuh-uh, there's no might about it. I did say something weird.
だって現に、ただいま絶賛勘違い中の女の子が一人いるもん。
I said it so casually, like it was a completely natural thing to say.
すごくドキドキして、顔もきっと真っ赤だったはず。赤い顔であんなこと言うなんて、星野くんも変に思ったかな。思っちゃったかもしれない。
Nope, quite the opposite. I hugged my pillow tightly.
なんだろう。胸がドキドキする。
This is the most embarrassed we've ever seen her.
ドキドキ。私は空っぽの私でもドキドキするんだ。
Oh, maybe my theory was right. Actually,
こういうの初めてかも。
hypothesis, whatever.
私がドキドキドキドキしちゃった。
Not just because I'm nervous or frightened. I was so happy that Hoshino-kun said those things that my heart started pounding. This is an entirely new experience for me. I shut my eyes and think back over what he said.
あんな風にあっさりと受け入れてもらえるとは思ってなかったから、まさかの不意打ち。努力をする姿は魅力的か。恥ずかしかったけど。
I accidentally let out a giggle.
部屋に一人でいるときに、こんな風に笑うことがあるなんてね。
Having a good time. It just shows how happy I am. He's a cute younger boy who's normally easily embarrassed, but he's also a reliable man.
私、家に帰ってきてからずっと星野くんのこと考えてるな。それぐらい嬉しかったってことなんだけど、また週明けに会うのが楽しみだな。こんなにドキドキするのってどうなんだろう。まるで星野くんの家で見た映画のヒロインみたい。
I mean...
もしかしてこれこそが恋だったりするのかな。
I really wish I had more experience right about now. I'd be sure about my feelings if I did.
私恋をしちゃってるのかな。
Probably.
サノバビッチ。
Well, at some point we'll get that third card. I don't know when.
あ、おはよう星野くん。
Hello again, Touko. We're going to have to save this interaction for the next time. I actually kind of wish that I had cut the episode a little bit sooner, because then I would have had another CG right off the bat for the next episode, but what can you do? Now I've got options, which is also good. All right, well, that was a lot of fun. We basically got a second date, even though Shuuji fell asleep. I mean, it was still a good time. He got a fresh-made meal. He got to know Touko better and got a little bit more backstory. He got to unintentionally share his feelings. I would call that a win. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. For now, I am one half of the Bridge Boys, signing off.